Welcome back to the Health Channel, all health, all the time. I'm Kathy Buccio, and with us is Dr. Milagros Hernandez, internist and rheumatologist. This hour, we're talking about CBD oil, the healing properties behind it. But how do you know what type to get? So there are so many different kinds. So can you help out our viewers at home? What are the different types that you can get CBD oil?
You can get CBD from hemp, which is regulated, but it's legal.
Okay. But in terms of you can get it in edibles, correct? Or spray? And what
you can
form?
get it on edible. You can get on tincture, which is the oil. If you want something there are tablets as well. If you want something reputable, you should get from Lord Jones, AE Labs, Charles Webb, which are a reputable company. They're the pioneers.
Right.
And investigate your lab, the lab that it comes from, where they get their hemp from.
Now, what about topical creams? I know you mentioned that that's just on the surface, so it doesn't get absorbed, but there are creams that do?
None of the creams get absorbed in the bloodstream, none of them. You have to ingest, to get absorbed in the bloodstream, it has to be ingested, either in form of tablet or oils.
Okay. Now, is it true that if taken, let's say, like, as an edible or maybe a gummy, it's in your system a lot longer?
I don't believe so. It works the same way.
It works the same way.
As a tincture.
And there's even something, now you can get them in forms of bath bombs.
But they're wonderful.
Is this true?
It is true.
Okay, so you just dump it in the bath?
The bath, and you go in there and all your muscles, they relax.
Okay.
Because it's a total relaxation. I have tried them.
It's a little better than Epsom salt, right?
It is. Actually, there's Epsom salt with CBD now.
There is?
There is.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So now, how does a patient know which one to get? So how do they know what's going to work best for them?
That depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for your, let's say, a sports, someone that plays sports. You want something that helps with your muscles, your joints. You choose the bath bomb because you soak, or the Epsom salt. You soak, and your whole body, you get a total relaxation of your muscles. And if you have, let's say you're an older person and you have arthritis in your knee, it's just one joint or your shoulder, you buy the balm, the cream.
The cream.
And you apply locally, and it helps. It helps greatly. Actually, I can tell you for a fact, my father uses it for his back. He has pinched nerve, and he gets relief within 20 minutes. He feels so much better. My father-in-law as well.
Wow.
And they had a couple of epidural, and they're elderly, and they get great relief from.
What do you usually prescribe to patients, or, I mean, not prescribe, I'm sorry, what do you usually suggest to patients?
I suggest to my patient, and I have it in my office, depending on their condition, because it depends on your condition.
Correct.
If it's only your knee, you get the cream or the roll-on, which if you have, let's say, generalized, like fibromyalgia, they have generalized pain, the bath bomb is a wonderful thing, because you soak and it goes all over your body, and it really relaxes your muscles. Now, if you want something more, let's say for anxiety, you have panic attack, you have problems sleeping, you have multiple joint pains, I usually recommend it to get the tincture, the oil, the sublingual oil.
Now, I'm sure another question maybe patients might have, or a viewer at home might have, is, well, where do you get it? Do you go somewhere, a specific store? Do you get it online? Because so anyone can claim to sell CBD oil, and you want to make sure that what you get is what's regulated.
True. There's some, you can get it obviously in pharmacies, and there's some stores that sell CBD products, and you look for, like I said, the lab. The producer is the most important thing, because usually they get it regulated from a regulated lab. They get third lab testing to make sure you're getting what you're getting. That it's pure, it's organic. You to be 100% certain. There's a lab where I sell CBD in my office. They have through a third lab, and it's organic.
Right.
Because I want something, since I'm a breast cancer survivor, I want something that's not only healthy for me, but for everyone else.
Absolutely.
As well.
I want to go back to something that's really interesting that you mentioned about beauty products and cosmetics. And you realized when you were diagnosed with cancer, the amount of carcinogens that you were putting into your body, whether it was from shampoo or cleaning, household cleaning products. So talk to us about what's in our beauty products, what's in our makeup, what's in our cleaning products that we need to be aware of.
Okay, the top 5 toxin that you should avoid: triclosan, paraben, phthalate, musk, and paraben. The top 5. There's a lot more.
Paraben is in a lot of products.
And it's very bad.
Really? Okay.
It mimics the woman hormone estrogen and increases your risk of breast cancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the we should be staying away from these.
Away. Beware and be.
How often are these found in our makeup and our beauty products and our skincare?
Paraben now is more and more, people are more aware, so they're trying to stay away from using this, but musk is used in fragrances, in body spray.
Yes.
In so many products. Sometimes it's mask. You cannot even see it, but it has it. So you have to really, really.
That is shocking. Musk.
Yeah.
This is so common.
It's so common. Stay away from those 5. You want to stay away.
Okay. Now, in doing some research for the show, I noticed that all CBD products are expensive, as we've been mentioning. So is it covered by insurance, or is this something that's not covered?
It's not covered by any insurance.
It's not.
As yet.
So it's out of pocket.
Out of pocket.
Okay. Now, you said something as well that I want to keep reaffirming, is that if you find a CBD oil that's very inexpensive, that's a red flag.
It is. And you should be aware.
Why?
Because most of the time it's either it has filler or diluted.
Or diluted,
yeah.
Which has none of the effects that we are investing
exactly.
for CBD
and
oil.
Then that's why some people tell you, oh, I took CBD and it did nothing for me. But why? Because it's not pure CBD.
Okay. And again, that's why we have to go to these reputable brands and companies that have CBD oil.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, coming up, whether you're for or against the medical marijuana industry, the one thing that's clear and can't be denied, that it's come a long way in the last decade. And is the progress only going to continue? Well, we'll talk about the future of CBD oil and medical marijuana when we return. And Doctor, you're very popular today. We have another caller on the line. We have Justine from Fort Lauderdale. Hi, Justine. Are you with us?
Yes, I am. Hi, Dr. Hernandez.
Hi.
Go ahead.
I'm a massage therapist and stretch therapist. I do a lot of soft tissue rehab. And I use a lot of CBD products in my practice. I've been using them for about 2 years, very successfully, especially the topicals and the oils. And the problem that I'm running into, and I wanted to ask you how you would suggest dealing with this, is I have clients who are on prescription medication from their doctors for various conditions. Now, the CBD products can interact with the medications and also affect these conditions in a very positive way. But some of the doctors are not seeing the benefits of CBD and are not doing the necessary testing and following up for both the medication and the conditions because of the interaction with CBD and their medication and the conditions like blood pressure, for example, anxiety medications.
Okay. The question is, does it interact with medicine?
And how do you handle that situation when the doctor doesn't acknowledge the CBD?
The recommendations are, if you're taking medication, even blood thinners, to take them 3 hours. If it's topical, it doesn't get absorbed in the bloodstream, so you have no problem.
So if it's topical, it's not absorbed,
no.
You have no issues whatsoever.
No issues.
Okay.
Now, if it's sublingual, or you take it, the tablets, then you take them 3 hours apart from your medication, and you shouldn't have a problem. Although you should monitor your medications with your physician.
Okay.
But it should not interact. You take them 3 hours apart. But topically, it does not get absorbed in the bloodstream, and that's proven.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in, Justine. And we have another caller. We have Sky from Fort Lauderdale. Hi, Sky. Are you with us?
Hello, ladies. Good morning.
Good morning. It's so great to hear from you. You have a question for Dr. Hernandez?
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead.
A question is, I have a family member that taking CBD oil and the same time marijuana every day. That's why my question: how does it affect the health?
Now, is she taking
You know what I mean?
medical marijuana prescribed? Or,
Yes, at the same time as well.
I'm not sure if she's taking the CBD to calm her down, the effect, because sometimes medical marijuana can give you a little antsy because of the THC contained.
But are there health benefits to having taken it every single day?
I'm not sure why she's taking the medical marijuana, for what reasons she's taking it. I cannot comment on that. But the CBD, it should help her feel better, calm her down if she gets some anxiety. But I'm not sure why she's taking both.
Okay, definitely that's not something that we can answer over the phone. But Sky, we do thank you for calling in and for your question. Now, I want to talk about the future of medical marijuana, because there's no doubt people are still very skeptical, and we have shows like this to help them understand. But regardless, if you're for or against the use of medical marijuana, there's no question that researchers have made strides in the last decade. So how has it changed in the last 10 years?
Well, the industry has changed. There's more acceptance in the medical part, especially with the CBD that has so many health benefits. And since we have our endocannabinoid system, it's been proven of all the benefits that it has. In 2020, it's expected to be a 21 billion industry.
It's a big industry.
Yeah.
It's a big industry. Now, what more do you expect to see from a big industry like the medical marijuana?
Well, hopefully, what I would like to see more pharmaceutical company utilizing the benefits and getting more medication like Epidiolex in the market to help people with something healthier.
Do you feel like there are areas that need more improvement?
Most likely that pharmaceutical company, I think they should be doing a lot more research than what they are. They are doing research, but I think they should invest more in this type of product to create better product, cleaner products that produce a lot more benefits.
Absolutely. Now, I'm sure you get this question a lot as a doctor, which is, if someone's unsure about using CBD oil, they're not completely sold on it, what would you say to them?
CBD from hemp is healthy. It's a clean product. It cannot harm you in any ways. It cannot harm you. However, if you take medications, you have to talk to your doctor and take it. You know, there are many people, especially elderly people, sometimes young people too, they take many medication because it gets metabolized through the liver. And a lot of medication gets metabolized through the liver. So you have to talk to your doctor and see. But one way to do it is to expand. You take your medicine, you wait 3-4 hours, and then you can take your CBD.
Now, any advice for viewers out there who might be interested in CBD oil for maybe a chronic condition or some chronic pain? Where do they start?
Well, you start actually doing your research, investigating. There's plenty of research online. And you go to a pharmacy. There's some pharmacy that has a whole line of CBD products. Or some stores have CBD. I would not buy it online.
I'm not buy it online.
I'm not fun to, I don't encourage people because you don't know where it's coming from.
Absolutely.
And buy the best quality that you can afford. That's my if I can say, my advice. Usually, some pharmacies have a whole line of CBD, and Lord Jones is very good, Charles Webb, AE Lab have wonderful products. Charles Webb, they're all wonderful, they're pure, they're organic, and they work very good, very well.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hernandez, and thank you so much for being on the show today. That's all the time that we have, so be sure to join us next time on the Health Channel. All health, all the time on South Florida PBS, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at AllHealthTV, #AllHealthTV. And remember, you can take the Health Channel wherever you go by visiting our website, allhealthtv.com, and you can watch the Health Channel live 24/7 or check out videos from previous episodes like this one. I'm Kathy Buccio. We'll see you next time.